Howdy, cadre. Um, Sorry for the delay. I don't really want to complain right now, but discussions about Oh, hey, guy. I'm in creative mode right now, so um, not not a problem. Discussions about content focus. Yeah, I don't even want to get sidetracked with it too much. And annoyed at Microsoft, Um, oh, hey guys, they just popped in, I think. There's a tendency when big companies take over smaller companies that they don't implement changes right away. There's often a 1 or 2 year. Sometimes it's more than that. It depends on the business type and stuff. Um, how much development goes into the product and how much machinery is in motion and products involved, whatever. But anyways, I think it's a pretty strong trend that a bigger company purchases a smaller company and then maybe 1 to 5 years later starts implementing changes intended to probably maximize profits, but big companies sometimes have other motives. Like Microsoft has so many things that, maybe just cross product promotion is their motive. Anyways, I didn't want to get off track. They forced me into migrating my account from a Mojang account to a Microsoft account, and I don't really have a problem with that too much in itself. I mean, again, it's some cross promotion stuff. It's also a Xbox account. They're like cross linked. I think so that you can interact on certain servers or realms or whatever with yeah, I'm way off track with people playing on Xbox. Anyways, so yeah, we got a big desert, Badlands, but there. Whoops, I'm in creative mode. Yeah, there's my city. Um, there are a few different ways to find seeds. Different Minecraft worlds. Not readily. Obviously, the only way in game, in isolation, is just to keep starting new worlds. Or obviously to start a world and then travel to a location that is set up how you want. But if you want a more rare experience or something custom or special, especially if you've been playing for a while, you might want a seed that has interesting features, whether it's specific terrains or combinations. Like it's really rare to have 8 biomes all within sight. Um, I forget how many total biomes there are now, but now the way the world generates, badlands and deserts often are near each other because they're both warmer biomes. but then you'll have transitionary biomes, and I don't know all how that works. I mean, but like plains might be a transitionary biome that would fit between warm biomes and colder biomes. Anyways, so yeah, but if you want a certain custom seed, there's word of mouth as well. If a friend has played the seed. Oh, and speaking of that, this one is Kapow. And I'm in 1.18.2. I don't think that matters, but so this seed, I forget where my spawn point was, and I've reset it now because I was playing with commands. I don't normally reset my spawn point. I usually build a path from my spawn point to wherever I want to be, or I just don't worry about it. Get a bed set. Anyways, okay, so there are programs I've discovered recently, websites even, so online browser-based apps, if you will, that you can enter parameters and search seeds. And from what I saw, those are really good if you're looking for a specific biome at your starting point, or some other basic parameters. A village within sight of spawn. Some of those things are possible to find. Temples near spawn, stuff like that. The programs are really good at generating the world just to create a map, basically, around spawn, so that you can see where things are. This I would say this is cheating more than anything, but not that I mind. But I looked through a whole lot of just generated maps, because you can refresh based on the parameters you've put in, and just keep seeing worlds that meet those parameters. And what I was looking for wasn't necessarily specific or simple, like a singular aspect. I was just kind of enjoying looking through seeds quickly, to see if there were villages near spawn. I was kind of hoping to find a desert. That's nice for glass or sandstone or whatever. Anyways, but man, I probably looked through hundreds and I didn't find anything like super exciting. What I found works better is looking through YouTube videos. There are a lot of people making compilations of seeds. There are also websites. That's a third one that I think I'll cover quick first. There are websites that kind of catalog seeds, and people will take a few screenshots and upload them, and describe some of the key features they see around spawn, or what they learned about that seed or whatever. And those can be good because the keywords can make them searchable, sortable. But one of the challenges, regardless, is making sure you have the same version of Minecraft, both in terms of the platform, whether it's Java or Bedrock is another one. There's several versions now. But anyways, yeah, the ones that I find are best are going through some YouTube videos, and it's hit or miss. Some people will say, "Wow, look at these 20 amazing seeds," and they're 20 they found or their friends found, and they're not that amazing. But a lot of them have kind of compiled, cataloged, searched through the internet and found interesting seeds and filmed them themselves or whatever. And so this seed, I'm pretty sure, was a result of one of those. And it's special because there are two villages like right next to each other. Actually, I'll just fly up so that you can see. I've built a walkway with some like watchtowers connecting them, but that actually helps you see. Oh, I have telescopes. So one of the bells is right here next to a well, and I kind of built a tower over that because that's how this spacing worked out. But so that's kind of the center of this town. So this town is kind of actually, since I'm flying, this village here, actually turning this way is probably better. So it's roughly square. It has two towers. Oh, that's not a tower. It just looked taller because it's down at the corner. Anyways, I built some farmland here, and then this line of watchtowers, obviously. But so the village kind of ended here. It's kind of located next to this river, not that river. The next village over is on this island. Bup, bup, bup. Did I build that? I don't think I built that. I built this bridge. The other bell's down here. Blah, 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 blah. Can't see it exactly, but it's right behind this last tower I built. So I basically built a tower on one end of my walkway next to this bell, and a tower at the other end of my walkway next to that bell to connect the center of the two villages. And what's my point? Yeah, it's just kind of the start. I guess, yeah, I guess. Yeah, nothing too exciting about this village. Not even sure if there's a blacksmith. I think the other one has one. This one does not. Anyways, so yeah, I think I started. I think spawn was up there someplace. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it was close here. Anyways, but this kind of island is fairly unusual in that it's not an island, an ocean. It's yeah, and there's another temple there too. So I've got two. Wait, was there? Yeah, one temple there, one temple there, one temple there. Amazing. Um, it's a two villages near spawn, surrounded by three temples. Um, so anyways, then this one is, yeah, cute. Only uses about half of this island. A little bit smaller village, but I think we have. Did we not have? A blacksmith? I thought we had a blacksmith. Maybe not. Not critical, anyways. Anyway, so I've built these tiered farmlands. Yeah, so that's the other thing I want to talk about is this gameplay concept. I've seen a lot of people who trap their villagers in small rooms or even just single squares um, with their workstation usually used as the last block to, trap them in. Well, maybe not usually. Anyways, and it follows the kind of concept of farming, whether it's XP farms, uh, killing zombies and that fall into single squares or whatever, or automated farms that just duplicate crops and stuff. Yeah, my farmlands are well lit because I've put shroom lights under the water, and it actually creates a nice glow out. For maybe six or eight blocks. Even though it's like underground underground and hidden underwater, I guess technically. But anyways, so and there certainly are advantages of making cages for your workers. It seems like unnatural and counter to the. This guy likes my tower here. That's pretty cool that I made it such that he can actually get in and out, and you can get in and out, right? You didn't like spawn in here and are stuck, are you? Well, whatever. I didn't put him there. I think it's cool that you're there. Looks like he's a lookout. I made a little pool for the sheep here because I had these guys and villagers were falling in. So I made some ladders. So one of the I had to push him over to the ladders, but then he climbed out. Anyways, one of the golems. So okay, yeah. There are advantages to caging them, and in that right where they are. You can level them up and keep them safe easier. And so the trading is faster and more controlled. I that kind of seems like cheating to me in a way. Is there immorality in video games? I'm not saying that. Seeing the line of towers is kind of cool. At the center of the other one, I made the tower taller because there's a hill there, and yeah, I didn't want to clear stuff out to like make the tower the same height, but I wanted there to be a tower there, and it just made sense to make it taller. Since this is the kind of peak of that hill, and then there's a sunken, broken portal there too that I might fix at some point. But yeah, on that far tower, I put a campfire. I don't know. Should I put one here too? This one has the well under it. Whatever. Probably won't. Anyways, so I had this concept of this being that doesn't help. That's such a zoom. Transformed by the villagers over time. The city growing over time. The two villages expanding to being, connected twin cities. And the kind of the location of these rivers being so handy, kind of being the reason for the villages settling here, and a resource they can take advantage of for irrigation and stuff. So I'll probably expand more farmland here by cutting into the hill a little bit. And I don't know, there's a lot more territory over in this village. But I thought it might be interesting to kind of have a central farming strip. Let's go into survival mode just for whatever. Ow. I guess he's kind of stuck in there. You like the stairs? This guy might, yeah, he's got something to say about that. Okay. Good times. Okay, so yeah, back to the main point I wanted to make here with my idea for this world, and the reason I wanted to share it, and talk about my plans is, I think this is a much more interesting, challenging, respectable way to go about. Well, see, that's the question though. What do you want from the game? And I don't. People that just want to maximize their gear and push to the end content, I can understand all those drives. And I feel like a lot of times they get there and then it feels empty. It kind of ruins the game for them. Maybe not. I mean, some keep pushing, keep building new challenges. Certainly there's a lot in the game, and it's constantly under development. And yeah, one problem we have in this village is these. We had all these caves that ran through the sand, so the sand just collapsed. So I've in a couple places I've built bridges. Hey, guy. I didn't really want to deal with that. I think I have help. Oh, that's down in the... Okay. Yeah, he fell down there too. I tried to put a couple ways out, but... Anyways, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Is just like living in a village and trying to help it grow, keep it safe, ensure its prosperity. And yeah, so I'm excited about this seed, this specific world. To play around with that some. And the keys to villages success are oh boy, doors. Each villager looks for a door, and I think the doors kind of support the population in the village. Village needs a bell, and actually, that's interesting. I might want to put a third bell. That's not a very good path. Oh, I can crouch. Good. Yeah, I forget which the middle tower is. I think it's this one, which is in the lake. Or in the river. The other one's right on the shore, I think. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, okay. Yep, confirmed. Okay, so villages need a bell. The point I was trying to make is I think I might put a third bell in the center watchtower at some point. And I've tried to put a staircase down for each tower. I skipped this one here that's in the river, because if I went down in the same direction, it would be in the middle of the river. So, but yeah, I think I'll eventually put a bell in there, and okay, villages. So yeah, I think a village needs a bell, which is kind of considered the center of the village. Then it needs beds and doors. And I think each villager needs a bed and door to support them. So you can expand a village by providing, building and expanding, installing more beds, more doors. And I don't know, there's probably a cap, like each bell probably supports a maximum number of villagers. I don't know what that is. And they don't just immediately appear because you have a bed and a door for them. The growth is determined kind of by the village's health and how much food they have. The farmers will do their things on the farms and produce food with it, and then they'll trade it to other villagers that don't have food. So the villagers have, oh hey there, the villagers have a schedule where they they sleep in their beds at night, and they'll mill around for a little bit in the morning, and then they work for a while. I think I'm getting this right. I might not have the details of this sequence right, but anyways, they work for a while at whatever their job is, and then they'll meet in town. And so when they gather in town, that's a really good time for the farmers to share some of the extra food they've made or picked up with the other villagers. And I think that's the only good they really trade with each other. And it's not really a trade. I think it's just that the farmers feed the village, essentially. I don't think there are other professions that have food. I'm trying to remember. Like, there's one that will buy or sell rabbits? I forget. Anyways, I think rabbit hunting is a good way to make emeralds, at least with that one profession. So yeah, and then the golems appear based on the size of the village. So as the village gets more villagers, more golems will appear, and I don't know what the ratio is, or what exactly triggers that. I just know that if you get more and more villagers over time, then more and more golems will appear, and that's most of it that I wanted to say. Oh, I looked at him, didn't I? What happened? Oh, that's what happened. Yeah. Thanks, guy. You're a real pal. All right. So yeah, my plan. Oh yeah. In addition, for them to have a profession, they need a workstation, and those are different blocks that you can craft. So the first thing I like to do when expanding a village is make more farmers, because they're the ones that manage the farms and produce the food and feed the village. And the more food you have in the village, the quicker it'll grow. I mean, you also need enough villagers that they can. Well, you need well-fed villagers, basically, for them to multiply. Anyway, so the compost bins make farmers, and then the other 7 workstations make the other 7 professions. But sometimes you don't want multiples, because if you're trading to try and improve them over time, and there are like multiples of one profession, say multiple weaponsmiths, just as an example. Is that another one? No, that's... No, that's one I saw. 1, 2, 3. Anyways, yeah, if you have multiple weaponsmiths and you aren't trading with the same one, then you're splitting your trades and you're not leveling them up as quick. So if you were to if you wanted full control of a village, there are some professions that you'd only want 1 or 2 of. In some cases 1, because they'll level faster and you can just find that 1 and trade with them. In some cases 2, because they might have different trades as they level up, and you might want to sell different things to them. One reason it's nice to have multiple farmers is that they do actually trade for different things, even at the first level. So, yeah, this guy takes potatoes and gives you bread. This guy takes beetroot and gives you bread. And I only see 2 farmers right here. But that's part of the point. As you get more farmers, you'll get more ability to trade food, and you can work the same farmlands they are. The only negatives are that it's hard to farm right... Hey, what? Ouch. Yes, thank you. It's hard to farm right next to the edge of drop-offs, because they tend to step off and ruin the crops when they land on the lower side anyways. But I figured that, I don't know, leaving a spot there kind of leaves a walkway. Anyways, what's the point of all this? Did I summarize? They're all getting ready for bed. So, yeah, ways to help a village grow. I mentioned beds and doors, and it really isn't critical. Like, I'm gonna probably continue the sandstone architecture, but you don't necessarily need one bed and one door per house. But that does make a lot of sense. That's what you need. Like, you might as well have an even number of doors and beds, or approximately. Hey, sunrise. Oops, ouch. Oh, that's sunset. Oh, yep. Yeah, that's bad. And I haven't slept in a while. Well, that's another thing these towers are good for. Nice. I can get 2 hits in because of the wall block there. Oh, no, missed there. Oh, this is a nice distraction, change of pace, whatever. And this has nothing to do. I broke my shovel. It takes a bunch of hits. It wasn't a shovel, it was an axe. You know what I mean. Okay, ways to other things that help villages grow and succeed. So I arguably, oh nice. Okay, there's my stairs. It's enough of a fall that you really don't want to. Okay, yeah, phantom membrane, nice. I should probably sleep. I don't have a oh, he's stuck on the corner of his bed. That's nice. Didn't have to wake him up. I don't like doing that. Are you? What's? Okay, he went out somehow, and you're okay now. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you could just put doors and beds out in the open, I think, and it would probably eventually attract, with the bell, it probably would eventually attract a villager. I don't know how you start, because all I see other people doing is finding a village and stealing them. Of course, if you go into creative mode, there's what is it under? Yeah, it's under miscellaneous. You can just spawn stuff in if you want. Bats. We are now a village of bats. There's no specific reason for it, but we are a bat village. Hey, what's up? Beetroots. Do I have beetroots? 5. So anyways, yeah, farming is a nice way to get food anyways, and then you can trade them. Hey, kitty. Yeah, we now have a bat village. so you can spawn in villagers, even of specific professions, I think. No. No, I think there's just, there it is. There's just a villager spawn egg, and then they turn themselves into a profession once they find an unused workstation. And now the villages will have a mix of buildings for living and with workstations. So yeah, so the smoker is one, and the butcher, he's the one that buys a rabbit and pork chops. Oh, I could almost sell my rabbit if I had one more. Anyways, so okay, some bone meal, nice. Yeah, they generate that with their activities, and then you can use the bone meal to grow the stuff. Anyways, quicker. And the special stuff like soup mushrooms. So the yeah, growing the village. The other things that can help in terms of protection. Sorry, because the other big issue is their safety. That the monsters that come at night and that step out of the depths of the water and caves and stuff. They can sometimes kill villagers and even the golems. So and then the raiding parties, if you get to that, the pillagers and illagers and other threats of the world. So the point being, safety measures can include, in my opinion, the biggest one is lighting. And I haven't done that here yet, except for my farms are lit, so I do have a nice strip down the center. And under my watchtowers, I've just put, some of these lanterns. So I've got light coming in a stripe down the center of both villages, but the edges of the village get dangerous, and things can even spawn sometimes in the center of villages because they just didn't spawn with enough of these pillars. And I'm not a big fan of the random nature of the way those lights spawn anyways, so that may be the next step, is lighting here. But other things you can do is a wall around the edge. That takes a lot of work and isn't really necessary, but looks cool. I don't think I'll bother with that here, but I mean, one thing that's really nice about villages on islands is that if you light the whole island, then nothing spawns on the island, and there's a lot of things that won't naturally swim across rivers unless, like, they see something they want to hurt. But yeah, I have some floating pillars because all this stuff sunk through here, and I think that's a cool feature. And my plan is to light underneath and turn that into kind of like a sewer system for the city. It makes a lot of sense because it comes from right near. I mean, this is the bell, so this is the center of town, and this cavern runs just under the surface all through, the center of town here. I guess it kind of ends here. No, it went under. I think yeah. This may be the continuation of it. Or it may have disappeared underneath. I kind of have a feeling. Maybe not. Anyway, so yeah, certainly a wide buffer of lighting is gonna help a lot, and more farmland's gonna speed up the growth. And then, my plan is to expand more buildings or something. I don't know. I'm still debating. Maybe this is enough. This walkway. I was debating another like big bridge or something. Or well, that still could be an option too, is constructing buildings like underneath this. Then that starts to look more like a wall. But I think that'll build out this village. That'll be a nice way to build out this village first. Is put some buildings underneath that walkway. And the idea is with these stairs at almost every watchtower, every one where you wouldn't end up in the water. And I could put it the other direction there. And if I had planned better. No, because if I went the other direction, then this one would come down and drop in the water. So I could bring this the other direction. I could bring it sideways over to here. Because I did make that one sideways. But see, I enjoy seeing them use that. And my hope is if I expand the villages towards each other, I mean, this one can't go very far, but I can build a few buildings out here. Or like I said, you don't necessarily need that many buildings. You can put multiple doors and multiple beds in one building, and that supports, they'll sleep in a dormitory just fine. There's a lot more humming. Yeah, that's a little bit of like pavers. It's the corners of an intersection here. But it's strange because it, and the road continues to here. But yeah, I find it odd because this is generated at the very edge of town. And that you don't even really see that in town. I mean, it ties in with other features that appear that are terracotta, but if you were, designing this city yourself. Oh, there's another one. And again, here at the edge of town. But that's part of what makes this process interesting is those are all little features and clues that can impact. I mean, I'm overwording that. They're details that can be used to inspire, building, because why have an intersection here? Maybe you turn this into a little, I mean, maybe it's as simple as building three buildings on the other three sides so that at least this is lit, occupied, and lived around. But maybe in a space where there's room. I mean, this looks pretty good. This could be like an outdoor market or workspace, or and this, yeah, I like. I'm looking forward to getting this farm filled out a little bit more, because having different crops are different heights. So even though what I've made here is just one long strip of green, there's some variation because of the height change or elevation change, I guess. But we'll be able to get more variation through different crops. And then I like this idea that, like, where you have some more fertile soil that you've irrigated through, you've got your grains and veggies and stuff, and then down here where you have the kind of silt deposits that would run from rivers and stuff, you've just got the, like, sugarcane taking advantage of the excessive amounts of moisture. And I could do something like that. Down here too, if we wanted to, but it has to be next to the water, so. Yeah, I think this was kind of a cave cutting through here. Yeah, that continued this way. And now I've got some golems that end up just, like, wandering around down here. What are you doing out at night? Oh, running for your life? A trade? That probably slows you down. Oh. Oh. Breaking blocks. Okay. So, yeah, I think I covered everything. Jeez, look at all their little plants. Oh, this is their little public market area. That is a potted plant vendor, if I ever did see one. Oh, I hear a little guy. Oh my gosh, look at all the zombies. We've got a night raid. Oh jeez. Well, I'm not at risk, am I? Where's our golem? Is our golem's dead? Where's that? Where are you guys all trying to get to? Oh, there's a villager out there. Why don't you go inside, dude? Where'd our golems go? There's one. You gonna help? Yeah. Is this even gonna be safe for him? Yeah, I guess so. I guess they're golems. I bet village or pillagers. Pillagers are probably, especially raids, are probably the biggest threat to those golems. Run away, guys! Run away! But yeah, it's nice to have the double village, because I think it's gonna make a great start to a big city feel. Instead of just expanding a village in all directions, I have a very clear path of expanding them towards each other so that they kind of become one big city. And of course, yeah, the desert environment's kind of cool. I haven't lived in a desert before very much. There's Badlands nearby, and that might be nice for caving and finding mines, building mines, whatever. I didn't really show this bridge. It's not much to show. I just, in creative mode, I laid down a bunch of sandstone. So, and I wanted something that jumped over the river. I noticed after I built that, the watchtower walkway, the walk towers, I don't know. I noticed over here was the point where the river was thinnest, except for maybe, I mean, it looks thin over there too. Actually, yeah, that would be another good spot for like a bridge, because there's this kind of paved walkway there. Yeah, I like the campfire in center of town because it gives you something to spot from far away. Oh, he got safe. And maybe I'll put another one. Yeah, I'll probably put another one here. Maybe I'll replace that. That would make sense. Replace that torch with a campfire. Let's do that quick. Don't I have a campfire ready? I don't. I'll do that later. Anyway, so yeah, I was showing off the bridge. Not much to see, but I wanted something that jumped way over the river, so it wouldn't affect boating or whatever, and it would be high above anything that was in the water or whatever. And because this comes from hill over to hill, I figured that would be nice to just have. So this is another thing that connects the two villages, and those right now are the only two ways off the island, without getting your feet wet. And they're both the ones I made. But like I said, this looks like a good third spot. And I probably will do that if I'm intending to open that portal, because that would make kind of a walkway around there. And anyways, but yeah, there are definitely interesting caves around. There's even let's see. there's something close. Was it up here? Was it just that? It's this. Is that what I was thinking of? It doesn't look right. Anyways, there's plenty to explore, but anyways, yeah, my thought is to continue the expansion of the village for a little while, and then probably switch to survival mode and start explorations that are kind of based from and supported by the success of the village, you know, the food here and whatever. Who knows how much we'll do. Obviously, I'm very torn between worlds and have many series that I've started that I would really enjoy continuing. Yeah, all this just collapsed underneath. So I reinforced the foundations on a lot of these. And is this the blacksmith? No. I thought I had one, but... Huh. What do you do for a living? Shepherd. I get stuck in the other. I guess I could let him out. I didn't need to put these... it's funny he spawned there. I'll leave him there. Anyways, I should let you go. It's been plenty long. Nobody watches anyways, so who cares? Good. Glad we settled it yet again. Wonder how high of a view we can get. I started to do that, got distracted. But yeah, absolutely love that one village is on an island. And the other one is kind of on this other river, which is, in truth, much larger and more connected. I guess there's only so far I can see, and the clouds are gonna interrupt things. That's a bunch of desert. Which way's north? Where's the... Okay, which way are we facing? West. Okay, we're facing west, so now north is up. Okay, and oh, there are caves, that might have been the one I was thinking of. There's a big gash here. If you look at it from the other way, it goes down into deep caves, which are really extensive and go... Wow, and that's facing that way, I think, so it might go under the villages, but, for some reason I imagine that... I don't know, this is like a duplex, though. Oh no, it's the pen. Oh, this is the shepherd guy. And this is a tiny house. I don't know. For some reason, because these are on top of the hill, I was imagining they were the I don't know, king of the hill type mentality or whatever. But it's probably down near the center of town where this is a cartographer's office. I don't even think he has a bed here. It blows my mind. You've got this back door that comes up, but this space is open to the outside weather. You've got a door that opens to a porch, which is also open to the weather, and you've got a cartographer's room open to the weather. And I guess these aren't weather sealed homes, really. I mean, even these have just holes in the sides, but what's my point? It's a weird design, and there's not even a room for a bed here, because it's basically... Sorry, that music was really loud in my ears. It's hard to focus with that going on. It's basically one walkway that leads from a outdoor porch to a tiny workstation. So you kind of have your workstation door and stairs down, and then you have your balcony door. And why? I mean, this is almost enough room. I mean, you can have a bed here or here, and then you could have another door here, so that at least it was a house to live in too, not just a workstation. But those are the sorts of things that it just seems like it's begging for, is improvements. And one of the quickest ways to expand, at least as far as I understand from what I've seen, expand a village, is just to lay down a bunch of beds and doors. And then kind of the next step is supporting the farming. So, and the safety. The safety is a big thing too, and I should get on that more. But sorry, I'll let you go. We'll get back into other things. I think now that I've done a Minecraft video, I can get another alley video up, which was slowing me down too. And then yeah, insert catchphrase here.